Hello everyone, my name is Alfie from Group 2. I'm here gonna explain about structuralism for Theory of Culture course. Before we start, I want to introduce all my friends in this group. There are Julius, Haidir, Invia, Mario, Yoel, Hijrah, Shafira, and Sylvia. The contents are first, history, the second, definition, the third, function, and the last, relation theory. History. Structuralism appeared in academia for the first time in the 19th century and then reappeared in the second half of the 20th century, when it grew to become one of the most popular approaches in academic fields concerned with the analysis of language, culture, and society. The work of Ferdinand de Saussure concerning linguistics is generally considered to be a starting point of 20th century structuralism. Structuralism has had varying degrees of influence in the social sciences, a great deal in the field of sociology, but hardly any in economics. Ferdinand de Saussure is a Swiss linguist who is considered one of the fathers of modern linguistics and semiotics. He was the first to formulate a systematic way of analyzing language, which can also be used to analyze the system of signs or symbols in people lives using structural analysis. De Saussure said that the language is a sign system that expresses ideas, thus it can be compared with writing, deaf-mode alphabet, symbolic ceremonies, forms of courtesy, military signs, and so on. Structuralism analyzes the human thinking process from the concept to the appearance of symbols or signs to form a language system. Definition. Structuralism is a method of analysis that is related to cultural anthropology and that focuses on recurring patterns of thought and behavior or interpretation. Analysis of aspects of human cognition, behavior, culture, and experience, which focuses on relationships of contrast between elements in a conceptual system. Characteristic. First, structuralism are concentration on the description of the actual state of the object through investigation, the disclosure of character, the properties associated with a thing through education. This characteristic can be seen from the several things: hierarchy, components, or elements. There are methods, clear theoretical models, and clear distinctions. Second, structuralism attempts to analyze world as a production of ideas. It assumes that the world has a logical pattern. There is that of the subject, that is, the individual in structural analysis is that, because individual is created by societies. Societies are not created by him, but all in all. Structuralism is a method of identifying the underlying structure or logic of general meanings. Function of theory in daily life use. Structuralism can be found in language. For example, is a relational whole with grammatical rules, can transform fundamental sentences into a wide variety of form whilst retaining them within its structure and transforms sentences with no reference to an outside reality. Structuralism can be used to help analyzing literature. When we analyze literature, we can combine structuralism with a simultaneous emphasis in relevant history and the biography of the author. Relation theory and literature. In structuralism, literature is a construct that can be analyzed and not a product of sacred inspiration. Structuralism creates a literary mechanism that is accessible to all, including students. Literary or code conventions can be made explicit and thinkable. Within structuralism, the film is treated as a text. The thoughts of the structuralist critic, exemplified by the work of Christian Metz, is to expose the hidden meaning of the text and the grammatical structure that underpins it by determining the range of meaningful combinations of the significant cinematic elements. While structuralist accounts disrupted the preconceptions about the author and thus the interpretation of the film through the author's intentions and style, they still tended to assume that there was a single fixed meaning to be extracted from the film. At worst, the film was also considered as a text in isolation from the historical and material conditions of its production. Structuralism can therefore be described as an attempt to elucidate the objective conditions which constitute all linguistic and social relations. As such, it put forward a claim to be regarded as an objective science. The emphasis on the structure has often led exponents of structuralism to take a critical stance towards empiricism and humanism. This is basically due to the structuralist presupposition that the meaning is a matter of nothing more than the causal relationships which pertain within a given structure. So that's all from me, and thank you so much for listening.